Hello, my name is Amy Uchley and I live near Bottomland Hardwood Swamp. During these strange days when we are all staying at home to prevent the spread of a virus called COVID-19, I still receive letters from my special friend, a swamp rabbit named Swamper. His letters are filled with information about his life in the swamp. Today, to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, I am bringing you his news and concerns from his environment. Dear friends of the earth, I know that you are a friend to the earth, our home, just like me. I am writing from a place in D'Arbonne Swamp that is now surrounded by water. It is called Pausau Island, and it is the only high ground during floods. Fortunately, since I am a swamp rabbit and can swim, here is where I come when the water rises. I am worried, and here's why. It's normal and healthy for Bayou d'Arbonne to overflow during spring rains and flood the bottomland hardwood forest, but this flood came in January and is still here. Also, it was the same last year and the year before that. Many of the animals in this bottomland hardwood forest are displaced for longer than usual and are struggling to survive. Many of us don't make it. It appears that things in the swamp are changing, and they are changing fast. We can adapt to change if we have time. We must have time, but it seems we are running out of time. My needs are simple: food, water, shelter, and space. These needs must be in an arrangement that suits me. I don't need much room, but I don't like to be crowded. There's another swamp rabbit on Pausau Island now, and we are staying away from each other. I hope we can both find enough food until the floodwaters recede, but resources are limited on this small island of habitat, and predators abound. Though I am only a rabbit, I know my connections to other organisms are important. I am connected to the swamp plants that are my food, since I am an herbivore. I'm also connected to the fox and owl, both carnivores, for I can become their food. This is how we all get energy from the sun. Of course, I use all my wits to avoid becoming part of the food chain. There is a harmonious balance in the swamp, and we are all part of it. My shelter on Pausau is a hollow log, so I appreciate the trees in the swamp. Trees work hard here. They provide shelter, nesting places, shade, homes for insects, and food for many different animals. In the summer, the canopy of green leaves spreads over the swamp. Trees create a haven in the swamp for me and many others. There are a variety of trees that are adapted to live in the swamp: oaks, sweet gums, water hickories, cypress, and mayhaw. It would be a boring place if there was only one kind of tree. Can these swamp trees survive floods that last longer than usual? I don't know. The crows have another warning for us swamp animals. Call, call, call! The swamp is getting smaller. People are cutting down trees and building houses in the swamp. If people saw the swamp now, they would know what a bad idea this is. What does this mean to me? A smaller swamp means a smaller amount of habitat, scarcer resources, and therefore fewer swamp rabbits. This concerns me when I need to find a mate. I want there to be swamp rabbits here forever. There is another sound I like to hear in the swamp: the calls of the frogs. When I hear the chorus of the frogs in late winter, I know that spring is not far away. It seems that there are fewer frogs here in the swamp, and I don't think that is a good sign. I am a low-key rabbit, but I am worried. Many things are happening that I do not understand, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. I want the birds and the frogs and the trees to always be living with me in the swamp. I want all parts of nature's web of life here. I hope nature can restore her balances, but she may need some help. There is no place that I'd rather live than this swamp. See you later, Swamper. That is the news from Swamper, and his words concern me. I think Swamper realizes that his home is our home. We all want the birds, the frogs, and the trees. Almost 60 years ago, Rachel Carson said it best: man is a part of nature, and his war against nature is a war against himself. I am your destiny. You are my destiny. We are all Swampers' destiny. Be safe during the pandemic and happy Earth Day. Nature Forever from Amy and Swamper.